Hi, I'm Katie Savinelli. I'm head of stewardship at Syngenta, and I'm here today to tell you why pollinators matter and why to have a pollinator garden at your home. So why are pollinators important? Pollinators pollinate a lot of the food that we eat, such as apples, pears, tomatoes, blueberries, etc. And when you think about pollinators, most people say honeybees, but there's more than honeybees. There's bumblebees, there's beetles, there's birds, there's butterflies. You have bat pollination. So there's a lot of different pollinators out there. And having a lot of diversity of plants that are flowering throughout the year is important because some pollinators like some plants better than others. Let's talk about site selection. In this particular site, it's a sunny site. I have access to water, which is very important, especially when the plants are first being established. I also have mulch so that I can keep the weeds down. But the other thing is, I would consider this to be a medium to small area. And so when I look at medium to small areas, I typically will look more towards using plants. You would not want to take a seed packet and use it here because it's just not enough seeds, not enough variety. Those seed packets are really more for pots. Seed selection is really important. You have to really understand if your area is sunny, shady, how big of an area it is. If you have a bigger area, you have to have a lot more seeds. One thing to think about too is having a variety of seeds. Now, my best recommendation for that is go to either your local hardware place or any place that sells seeds because they'll have the mix already predetermined, but make sure you have enough seeds for the area. Annual flowers are great because they flower well the first year, they're beautiful, they have lots of color, but they don't last, so the following year you have to plant them again. But other plants, perennials, so like the Joe Pye weed, that comes back every year. Milkweed, I have a lot of milkweed, that comes back every year. So having a mix of both is good. In this particular location, this is more like a meadow, so it's a little wilder. And rather than planting individual plants, we're going to plant seeds. So I'm going to demonstrate what you need to do to plant seeds. The first thing I want to do is really rake up all of the dead leaves and disturb the soil a little bit. So you want a bare seed bed. Okay, so this is bare. So I have some seeds. I'm just going to be planting them by hand. I'm not going to be using any spread or anything because this is a really small area. So I'm just going to spread the seeds around. And some people say, well, how many seeds per square inch? My philosophy is plant more and then you can get rid of the extra plants. It's easier to have more than not enough. And so now that I have the seeds planted, basically what I'm going to be doing is just cover them up with the soil. Now, you don't have to go very deep. What you want to have is good soil contact. Half inch, quarter inch, not that deep. Give it a little water, just make sure that it gets some water. So, now you've finished planting your garden, it looks great. However, what do you do to maintain it? First thing you have to think about is weed control. In this particular case, we have mulch. You can see the type of mulch we have. They call them pine nuggets, really good. They last a long time. They keep the weeds down. Now, the other thing to think about is pest control. I don't do any pest control in my pollinator garden. And the reason why is because, number one, I don't want to control pollinators because if you control one type, sometimes you control the other. So a lot of times you just let it be. In the case of milkweed, as you can see, we've had milkweed bugs in this type of aphid that have basically eaten all the leaves in the pods. But we just let it go. It's good food for ladybugs, so we let the ladybugs eat them. Sometimes we get spiders. We love spiders. They eat some other things. Gardening sometimes is one giant experiment. Some plants do well in one location, not so well in another location, so it's okay to move them. If you're planting seeds, it takes a little bit longer. It's really important just to take assessments, see what's working, what's not working, and even take notes. I think stewardship is really important, and really stewardship is how to best use our products. We have Operation Pollinator, which is a program that we work with both golf courses and farmers, and we use that program to really help them establish pollinator habitats in places where they're not farming. And we provide resources and technical expertise to make sure that they're successful. If you look at the number of pollinators that are flying around here, it's incredible. And this is just a really small garden. So think of every single person who planted something, how many pollinators we would be increasing, supporting. Biodiversity is really important. It's more and more than just pollinators. It's animals. It's keeping the earth in a good way. It's really important to get out there and observe these things, because as we do this, we have a better appreciation of all the good work that's being done. And I think more and more we have to keep promoting this. Did you see the hummingbird?